Overthinking has a bad reputation. People often say it's something you need to stop, that it holds you back, that it makes life harder than it needs to be. And sometimes, that's true. When your thoughts keep you awake at night or make simple decisions feel impossible, overthinking can become exhausting. But what if that's only part of the story? What if the same mind that worries a little too much also possesses qualities that many people never develop? Psychology suggests that the traits associated with overthinking aren't entirely negative. In fact, many thoughtful, highly aware people naturally spend more time analyzing situations, emotions, and possibilities. While balance is important, this tendency can also create strengths that often go unnoticed. So if you've spent years believing your mind is your biggest weakness, this video may help you see it differently. Let's explore 5 rare gifts that overthinkers often have, and why your greatest challenge might also be one of your greatest strengths. The first rare gift is deep awareness. Most people notice what's happening around them. Overthinkers notice what's happening beneath the surface. A slight change in someone's tone. A pause before they answer. The expression that disappears just a little too quickly. Research indicates that people who pay close attention to details often process social and emotional information more deeply than others. Imagine you're talking to a friend. Everyone else believes they're perfectly fine. But something about the way they smile feels different. You gently ask if everything is okay. A few seconds later, they admit they've been struggling for weeks. That wasn't luck. You simply noticed what others overlooked. Of course, this awareness can sometimes become overwhelming. You may read too much into situations that don't mean anything. But when balanced with reality, your ability to observe subtle details becomes a remarkable strength. It allows you to understand people on a deeper level and respond with empathy instead of assumptions. The second rare gift is careful decision-making. People often criticize overthinkers for taking too long to choose. But psychology shows that thoughtful decision-making can reduce impulsive mistakes. Instead of rushing forward, you naturally pause. You consider the consequences. You imagine different outcomes. You ask yourself questions that many people never think to ask. Suppose you're offered a new job. While someone else accepts immediately because of the salary, you quietly think about the work environment, the daily routine, your long-term happiness, and whether it matches your values. Sometimes this means you miss opportunities because fear keeps you stuck. But many times, it protects you from choices that would have made you miserable. Your goal shouldn't be to stop thinking. It's to know when you've gathered enough information to trust yourself. Thoughtfulness becomes wisdom when it isn't controlled by fear. The third rare gift is exceptional empathy. People who overthink often spend a great deal of time imagining how others feel. Sometimes they even imagine too much. Research suggests that people who frequently reflect on emotions often become more emotionally aware of both themselves and those around them. You may replay conversations in your mind, not because you're trying to criticize someone, but because you genuinely wonder whether they felt hurt, whether they needed encouragement, or whether you could have communicated more kindly. Imagine remembering a conversation from earlier that day. You suddenly realize your coworker seemed unusually quiet. The next morning, you ask if everything is all right. They tell you they've been carrying a heavy burden and appreciate that someone noticed. That small act of kindness began with your tendency to think deeply. Yes, overthinking can sometimes make you carry emotions that aren't yours. But it also helps you become the kind of person who makes others feel understood. And in today's world, that's increasingly rare. The fourth rare gift is continuous self-improvement. An overthinking mind rarely stops asking questions. Could I have handled that better? What did I learn? How can I grow from this? While excessive self-criticism isn't healthy, psychology shows that healthy self-reflection plays an important role in personal growth. Many people repeat the same mistakes without ever examining them. You probably don't. You revisit experiences. You search for lessons. You try to become a little wiser after every challenge. Think about someone who receives criticism. Instead of immediately becoming defensive, they spend time considering whether there's something useful they can learn. Even if the feedback isn't perfect, they find a small lesson hidden inside it. That's growth. The key is remembering that reflection should help you move forward, not keep you trapped in the past. Growth happens when you learn the lesson and then allow yourself to keep living. The fifth rare gift is powerful imagination. Every possibility you imagine, every future you predict, every scenario you mentally rehearse. These all come from the same ability that allows humans to solve problems creatively. Research indicates that imagination and future thinking are closely connected. The brain naturally simulates different possibilities to prepare for uncertainty. That's exactly what many overthinkers do. Imagine planning a family trip. Before leaving, you've already thought about the weather, traffic, forgotten luggage, alternate routes, and backup plans. To some people, this seems unnecessary. But when something unexpected happens, you're often the calmest person in the group because you've already considered several solutions. Your imagination isn't only creating worries. It's also creating possibilities. The challenge is choosing which possibilities deserve your attention. Not every imagined problem will become real. But your ability to think ahead can become one of your greatest advantages when guided by confidence instead of fear. If you've recognized yourself throughout this video, here's something important to remember. Being an overthinker doesn't mean every thought deserves your attention. Your mind is incredibly active. That's part of what makes you who you are. The goal isn't to silence it completely. The goal is to become the one guiding it. Instead of asking, "Why do I think so much?" try asking, "How can I use this ability wisely?" Because the same mind that creates unnecessary worries is also capable of incredible insight. Deep compassion, thoughtful decisions, personal growth, and creative problem solving. Those aren't weaknesses. They're gifts that simply need direction. So don't spend your life wishing you had a different mind. Learn to work with the one you already have. When your thoughts become balanced with self-trust, they stop feeling like a burden and begin feeling like one of your greatest strengths. If this video helped you see your overthinking from a new perspective, subscribe for more psychology insights that help you better understand yourself and the hidden strengths behind everyday personality traits. And before you leave, ask yourself this: what if the part of yourself you've spent years trying to fix is actually the part that makes you uniquely capable of understanding the world in ways most people never will? In the comments below, share a time that you began overthinking and how it made you feel. Was the experience stressful, or were you able to acknowledge some of the gifts you could potentially gain from overthinking? Have you in the past been able to overcome overthinking and change that into a productive outlet? The 5 gifts of deep awareness, careful decision-making, emotional empathy, continuous self-improvement and powerful imagination are all very valuable skills that could differentiate you from others. It could be the deciding factor in various qualities of life, since being aware to make decisions is critical in problem solving. Additionally, having empathy and wanting to improve yourself demonstrates that you are capable of connecting with others and changing your weaknesses into strengths. Lastly, having a powerful imagination is crucial in helping you see things others cannot and truly stand out and prove your individuality. If you enjoyed this video and found it interesting, please leave a like. In the comments below, let us know other psychology concepts you want us to cover. We will be happy to create videos based on your interests. We will also be happy to have a conversation with you in the comments. Have a great day.